Yeah, hi everyone. Good day. So thanks for joining our webinar. So this is Joseph from Blockchain App Factory. So I have Amar along with me. So he would be talking about vesting, FDV, legal, ad drop, incentivizing plan, and the first part would be all about the marketing. So after this session, a personalized email will be sent to all individuals on this call. So whoever would like to discuss with us can book a slot using the link provided. Today, we will discuss about the end-to-end process involved in marketing a Web3 project, building a community, generating traction, and preparing for exchange listing. So at Blockchain App Factory, we have spent more than 9 years working with blockchain startups, enterprises, gaming companies, RWA projects, DeFi platforms, AI projects, exchanges, and token ecosystems. So we are located in India and Singapore. So we have worked with infra projects of Aptos, Polygon, Neum, Sei, and projects including OpenLedger, Chill, BTCC, and a Nasdaq listed company. So we have delivered a RWA platform. It's called OFA Group, and we have done the tokenization for them. So we have launched more than 90 plus token projects so far. So we are both into development and marketing for the past 9 years. Our team consists of around 90 plus professionals, including more than 40 plus marketing specialists covering community management, influencer marketing, PR, shilling, and Web3 data-driven promotions, content creation, and exchange relations. So we will walk you through the exact activity required before and after launching a token. So one of the biggest mistakes we frequently see in Web3 industry is projects rushing into marketing before establishing the right foundation. So many founders allocate significant budget on campaigns or community growth initiatives without first defining their positioning, messaging, or overall strategy. So as a result, what happens is like even when traffic and attention are generated, conversion remains low because the project itself lacks clarity. So before any marketing campaign begins, it's important to establish a strong foundation. This starts with clearly defining the project's valuation and proposition, identifying the problem being solved, understanding the target audience, and building a compelling narrative around the project. So every project has a different story to tell. For example, a real estate, like real world asset platform, should emphasize transparency, asset ownership, and yield opportunities, while a gaming ecosystem should focus on play engagement, digital ownership, and immersive experiences. So different audience respond to different messages, which is why positioning is important. So alongside positioning, marketing assets must be prepared and optimized, like prior to the activities. So this typically includes reviewing the website, improving the landing pages, refining the white paper and pitch decks, preparing the media material, and creating brand guidelines. These assets become the backbone of all future marketing activities and ensure that every interaction with investors, users, and partners present a consistent image. Once the foundation is established, the next focus is community building. In today's Web3 environment, success is no longer measured by just numbers, like how many numbers your community members totally have. And what matters is the quality of engagement. High active community of a few thousand supporters often creates more value than a large but inactive audience. So here, Discord, Telegram, Shilling, these part like even Twitter. Okay, so these are the three important platforms. Whereas like Discord plays a vital role by providing a more structured ecosystem. It allows projects to organize discussions, support channels, ambassador programs, and community initiatives in a scalable way. So with the right automation and community management practices, it becomes a more powerful platform for long-term engagement and retention of users. So coming to Telegram, Telegram remains one of the most important communication channels in Web3. It serves as a direct bridge between the project team and community. Through regular announcements, discussions, polls, quizzes, referral programs, AMA, and active moderation, Telegram helps maintain transparency and strength community relationships. So the shilling part, this is an activity which helps increase visibility, especially during the early stage of a project. The goal is simply to get a project in a different and right community through active engagement across Telegram, Discord, X, Reddit, and other Web3 platforms. When done properly, it helps create awareness, spark conversations, and attract new community members in an organic way. Another important area is that continues to grow community is content marketing. That is the most successful Web3 project consistently educate, engage, and build authority through content. Educational content helps users understand the technology, token utility, and ecosystem. So engagement focused content encourages discussion and participation, while authority building content showcases milestone partnerships, leadership insights, and market expertise. So apart from these sort of contents, like video content is the most important part in the current era. So which has become especially important in recent years. And short form videos, product demonstration, founder interviews, like podcasts, and explainers, and even highlights often generate significant higher engagement than traditional text-based content. So these assets can be distributed across platforms such as X, Telegram, Discord, YouTube, and project websites to maximize visibility. So another powerful growth channel is influencer. So the key opinion leader, the KOL marketing. So influencers help project expand awareness and reach highly targeted audience with crypto ecosystem. However, successful influencer campaign require careful selection. So what we do with our team is we have a analytic dashboard where we select influencer based on the project, which sort of projects they are working with, and whether which ecosystem they are mainly promoting. So accordingly, we usually select the influencer. However, successful influencer campaign requires a proper careful selection. So audience quality, engagement rates, geographic reach, and previous campaign performance must all be evaluated before partnerships are established. So campaigns can take many forms, including promotional posts, educational thread, like Twitter Spaces, YouTube reviews, Telegram promotions, and live AMA sessions. So equally important is performance tracking, measuring impressions, engagement, traffic, and community growth, which allows campaigns to optimize and budgets to be allocated more effectively over time. So public relations also plays a critical role in building credibility. In a highly competitive market, visibility alone is not enough. Investors and users want validation and trusted media sources through press releases, media outreach, partnerships, announcements, fundraising updates, product launches, and exchange listing news. So projects can strengthen their market presence and improve their reputation. So here comes the email marketing. So it is an effective channel. May not everyone use it properly. So despite being overlooked by many projects, it allows teams to communicate directly with investors, traders, and community members through personalized messaging, whether the objective is awareness, education, event participation, community growth, or token sale conversions. Targeted email campaigns continue to deliver strong results when executed correctly. So as project matures, exchange listing preparation becomes an increasingly important topic. Founders often ask when they should begin approaching exchanges. In reality, exchanges evaluate much more than technology itself. So they assess community size, engagement level, market demand, holder growth, liquidity, social activity, project documentations, and legal readiness, and overall market traction. Projects that approach exchanges after building strong community, consistent visibility, and active ecosystem generally achieve better outcomes than those seeking listing too early. So exchange readiness is not single milestone. It is a result of strong execution across multiple growth areas. So at Blockchain App Factory, we approach Web3 growth through comprehensive end-to-end model. Support typically begins with strategic consulting, including market analysis, competitor research, positioning, growth planning. From there, we help project manage and grow their communities across Telegram, Discord, Twitter, create content across multiple format, and execute influencer and KOL campaigns, manage public retentions, relations initiatives, launch growth campaigns such as ad drops and ambassador programs, and prepare projects for exchange listing and broader market expansion. So ultimately, marketing in Web3 is no longer about running isolated campaigns or generating short-term hype. Sustainable success comes from combining strong foundation, engaged communities, quality content, strategic partnerships, and media visibility, user acquisition, and exchange readiness into a unified growth strategy. So projects that adopt the structure approach are far more likely to achieve long-term success and build lasting ecosystem. So apart from this, we also support your project presence in offline events like Token 49, DevCon, ETH Denver, Korea Blockchain Week, and a lot more. Okay, so we have the presence over global events, and we can create a presence for you too, and make sure that you have an offline presence as well. So here, Amar would carry on this webinar with FDV, vesting, legal, and few more about exchange listing as well. Yep, thank you.
So yeah, good evening everyone. So far we have discussed a lot about marketing stuffs and how the community growth and what are the impacts we can give on the social media such as Discord and Telegram and other strategies as well. So for the last few minutes, I want to discuss in these major four areas. One is the vesting, and second one is allocation, and third one is airdrop, and fourth one is legal, and the final one is the exchange listing. So first, we can go for the vesting. The token allocation. So one common question we usually ask is how many tokens would crash immediately after the launch. Usually, the answer is very simple. So why? Because it's too much supply unlocks too early. If insiders, investors, or team members, even community members, they receive large number of unlocks after immediately after the TG. What happens is the selling pressure starts. So that would affect our price stability, community trust, and investor confidence, right? So these kind of stuffs we would avoid it. So to have a betterment of this project, we need to concentrate on certain areas that would our allocation should have equally distributed to the these factors. Let's say it might be a team or investors or treasury or community. For these persons, we should strategically allocate the token. Then only we can able to execute the right TGE once we get into the listing. And now another important question is how much should the community get? So there is no universal answer to this. But one thing is very clear. If the community feel excluded, the engagement becomes very weak. In Web3, community ownership matters a lot. You know about it. That's why vesting schedules are very critical. So instead of large immediate unlocks, the project should usually focus on, let's say, cliff period, monthly vesting, linear unlocks, and long-term schedules. We in the blockchain app factory, we take care of all these factors before you going into the token listing. So that is the first major factors I would like to include it. And second one is the valuation FTV. This is one of the most important factors in the token allocation. So again, how should we price our token? And there are many projects could make mistake of it. If you price the token at a larger price, and if you go into the selling, if the price reaches the FTV and a higher level at very initial stages, again the pressure starts, and the next thing is the crash would happen. To eliminate all these things, we would help you out. And one thing, one use case I would like to give here is that we marketed about more than 40 to 45 plus projects within these 3 to 4 years, and particularly about one AI token they want to list. They came to us and we did the entire marketing. And their first open challenge is they wanted to get into the Binance directly without touching any launchpad or exchanges. But we feel very challenged, right? So why? Because even if you go to the Binance with the token you created and you have not raised any other external factors like public launch or launch pads or any decks, they would usually ask to list on any tier 2 or tier 1 exchanges, show some volume, and you come to us, we will definitely consider it. But their founders are very confident and adamant they wanted to list on a Binance only. So what we did is we took a campaign into a different mode. So those were the times about Kaito. We list the projects on the Kaito. We do lots of marketing stuffs into it. We bring a daily mind share into it. We tap the leaderboard on the Kaito on a daily basis, and we have outperformed all the leading Kaito listed projects. And once we done that, we got a good number of mind share and good number of impressions around all the social media. Then we go into the Binance, they accepted it. So that is one of the major landmark we see when we list any other projects into it. That is one of our learning experience. And what happens after the listing is that's where we should be more cautious, because when we go into the Binance directly, you know how the atmosphere will be. Everybody would go into it. Everybody starts selling the token. So that is one of the major challenges we followed. So before going into that, we keep these two focus as a major one. We constantly evaluate the token, how the FDB will be for the first day or first week or even the first month, how much it would go to. So we deliberately work out on these factors, and we brought the token into a much successful manner. And again, before going into the token listing, the airdrop is one of the key component, right? So as I said, if you excluded the community becomes very weak. So airdrop, we have provided one of the biggest growth strategy in Web3. But again, many airdrops fail. Why? Because we usually go with the project where we attract only the farmers instead of the real users. See, that's what the airdroppers would do. Whatever your token you are allocating, they simply keep farming. Even it's a 1 month or 45 days or 60 days, they will simply farm and they get reward out of it. But in terms of today market, people, they don't usually like that. Again, one use case I would like to present is there is one particular token. I don't want to tell the name. I've been keeping farm this token for last 8 to 16 months. Okay, sorry, last 16 to 18 months. They said they're going to list on a reputed exchanges. They're going into the launchpad. Instead, they allocate more token to the airdrop community only. So what happens is some of the community members, they politely farm it. Some of the user like this, they don't have the patience and they suddenly left away. So during the time, what really happens is at one point of time, we usually lost the patient and I have moved out from the particular project. To avoid all these things, we need to plan the airdrop, and most important part is the incentive planning. The incentive planning is one of the key components in deriving the token. We help them to deliver better airdrop planning for you, and that's what we have derived for all these projects. Let's say 40 to 45 projects. We have run a different campaign for the different airdrop strategies, and we have let's say we contribute with the way we collaborate with the airdrop hunters. We promote them onto the social media, and that's how we get involved on the successful manner. And the again, once you completed all these things, you go for an exchange listing, right? So in the blockchain app factory, we have more than 175 plus exchanges, tier 1 exchanges and tier 2 exchanges we have collaborated with. So firstly, we evaluate about your project, whether this project will go to decentralized exchange first or centralized one, or even if there are any contribute in the launchpad, we go with the launchpad also. So first of all, we vet the project based on the project reputation and how much social media you have handled and how much community growth, what are the liquidation process for the next 2 to 3 months. So we evaluate all these things and we go for the exchange listing. So when we get into the exchange listing, whatever exchanges it may be, we appoint one separate listing manager for you. Those manager will take care of the entire process of getting your token listing into the exchanges and the negotiations, liquidity handling, market making, and pre and post TG marketing. You should have competent enough of team to handle out the pre and post TG component, which is very important. In the blockchain app factory, we do all these things. And finally, the legal and the compliances. So each project will have a different entity that has to be registered. Let it be a RBA project, let it be a utility token, even if you have any security token. So all these things you need to understand which region to target with. Obviously, we have a legal and the compliance team where they can get you register your entity or offshore or your SPV out of anywhere in the world. So we majorly focus on BVI, Cayman Island, and Dubai and Singapore registration. Out of it, we have a direct connections with it. So these are the factors I would like to present to you. And coming to the conclusion, as Joseph said, and after what are the areas I have been presented so far, blockchain app factory is a one-stop process for all your TG needs. If your project is in very initial stages or in a let's say you have built the community, you wanted to move forward with the processes, and you want to list on an exchanges. And there is one important factor, whether if you're going for the exchange listing or if you want to run a private TG, like kind of an ICO sale, we provide the infrastructure support also for the TG as well. We provide the dashboard, we provide the entire cycle, token cycle, how the token ICO sale would be. Let's say if you wanted to move on a phase-wise manner, phase one ICO or phase two ICO on a different cycle, our infrastructure would handle all these things. So yeah, this is how we work with any project in the blockchain app factory. And yes, if you have any questions, you can ask us. We are happy to answer it, or else we can send out to your email and it would reach to you. And if you wanted to book a call for your project on a tailored basis, we will be available for all this week and next week as well. So we can have a detailed call about this. So thanks for giving the opportunity. Yeah.